It's a special weekend in Kiwi sport with the 70th running of the Napa New Zealand Grand Prix. It has been a brilliant summer in the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Trophy, and we are set for a grand finale to crown a champion and add another name to that exclusive club of GP winners. The 2026 edition is set in the beautiful Central Otago region, famous for its award-winning wines, stunning mountain scenery and outdoor pursuits, as well as the magnificent Highlands Motorsport Park. The centrepiece is the circuit itself, around 4 k's in length, with a rare crossover point, a bridge where cars can get some air. The adjusted schedule here includes a Friday race too, to ensure that we get a full complement this season after the postponement of race 3 there in Invercargill a week ago. Here's Richard Crail and Andrew Waite.
So the grid, reminder, this is race number 3 from round 3 of the championship. We should have been at Teretonga, we're at Highlands instead, but the grid was based on the fastest laps from races 1 and 2 of round 3, which means Freddie Slater starts on pole. The championship leader, Ugo Igachukwu, out of 3rd, Louis Sharp next, Yevan David, Zach Schooler out of 6th position in that repaired car. Ryan Wood out of 7th. Yuampu Chue has been quick all weekend in practice. Jack Taylor had a ripping weekend down at Teretonga too, as did Cooper Shipman, his best. McLaughlin and Manson out of 12. Jin Nakamura, who is a championship contender, is a long way back in this. He needs to make ground. Ricardo Baptista next, Nolan Alla, Ernesto Rivera and Trevor La Tourette. Now, Kalle Rovanpera was due to start this one from 4th position. He is unwell. As a result, everyone has moved up behind him 1 position on the grid. We're racing on Friday at Highlands. We're building towards the Grand Prix, but this is to round out round 3 of the championship from Teretonga. Good start from the outside of the front row, but the pole sitter away nicely. Good start, Freddie Slater. Louis Sharp's in there as well off the 2nd row of the grid. Igachukwu looks down the inside. The high-tech car, silver and black on the inside, but he's going to drop a spot. Igachukwu goes to 2nd against his closest championship challenger, but Freddie Slater, round 2 for the first time, is going to lead the field.
Great start by Freddie Slater there to get onto the lead, and therefore for Kanato Lee there, he just got a bit, once he gets stuck on the outside there, it is so hard to get back, so he just had to sort of filter back into position there.
Still sorting themselves out behind 2x2 on the run under the bridge and then into this carousel. It's an amazing banked corner that is more banked than it looks like on TV. It's an awesome bit of road, and then flat all the way up here through the lefts and rights, and then into one of the biggest stops on the racetrack, and certainly a key overtaking opportunity. We're seeing that now. Zach Schooler sends it down the inside of Yevan David and wrestles 5th position away.
Massive dive up the inside there, managed to get it stopped. Obviously just coming off a crash in practice to be able to pull off these moves straight off the bat. He is looking super racy.
Of course, Schooler's one who does have experience in these cars here. Wow, that's a big move. Louis Sharp looking up the inside of Kanato Lee, and he's going to get this done. Pulls across in front of the high-tech driver, moves to 3rd. What a pass.
Yeah, great move by him there to get up into 3rd position, looking super racy as well. The 2 M2 competition cars, followed by Louis Sharp in the M-Tech car.
Oh man, we are on today. What a start to this one. 16 laps the distance to match the race distance that was planned for Teretonga last weekend.
Round the outside.
Wow, that must have been some push to pass.
Yeah, got to be used there to go around the outside of Manson. It's a big move for Jin Nakamura there to start making his way up the field, as he's started quite far back. Airborne up over the bridge.
10 out of 10, that has to be one of the most spectacular shots in motorsport. Not just here, or Australia, globally.
Worldwide. How often do you see wings and slicks cars airborne on a racetrack, all part of getting the quickest lap? You come through this last corner as well. You've got the wall right there. You're just so committed as you go through there. It's push to pass for Igachukwu. The only negative using it into there is it's not a very good passing opportunity into the bus stop there. It's so hard to be able to make a move. So the 2 out front at the moment, starting to battle away a little bit harder. Igachukwu there, putting a bit more pressure on Freddie Slater.
So the leader is under pressure, and Igachukwu looks racy.
And as well. Just to add to this battle, Louis Sharp is starting to buy into this battle as well, as he's closing up on the back of Ugachukwu here. So Ugachukwu will be wanting to force the issue even more to try and get the move done, because this can work out really good for Freddie Slater, because as soon as Sharp gets on the back of Ugachukwu now, Ugachukwu's got to start using his mirrors. He's not able to run wide in other corners to try and get a better exit to put himself in Slater's mirrors. He's got to start covering his position too.
Louis Sharp last time round set the quickest lap of the race. Ugachukwu had the big slide coming out of the, well, it's the final little kink before the start-finish line. It's not even counted as a corner really, but almost got up and brushed that fence. That was a mistake from Yevon David. It's opened the door for Ryan Wood to go through, and Sway's going to get past as well. 2 spots dropped for the Sri Lankan driver, and all of a sudden he finds himself down in 8th place.
Yeah, Yevon David there. So what's happened in that situation, he's just run a little bit wide, and as soon as you get out there, you're on the marbles, which is all that rubber pickup, and it gets really bad around that long corner. Slater's all of a sudden found a whole lot of pace, just set the fastest lap of the race, 2 laps in a row, 29.1, and look at the gap he's opened out to Ugachukwu there, who was half a second quicker than him on that last lap. So with that pressure starting to mount from behind. No, at the same time, Sharp's starting to drop off just a little bit as well. So either way, Slater found some pace towards the end of this race.
Over the bridge for the final time. This young man for the United Kingdom has had a massive week. Announced as part of Audi's Formula One squad. And for just the 5th time this season, he will convert pole position to a race win as well. It is championship game on, and Freddie Slater is a contender. He wraps up what was the Teretonga weekend with 3 wins from 4 starts in round 3 of the championship, but opens up the account at Highlands in style as well. 18 points the margin now between the championship leader and the guy that won that race. The young Brit Freddie Slater on top. Ugachukwu second, Sharp, Lee, Schooler, Wood, Jin Nakamura, Jack Taylor just in front of him, another top 10 for him. Outside of it, Phil McLaughlin, Seb Manson, Ernesto Rivera, Ala Baptista and Lord La Tourette. Calais Rovanpera unfortunately not starting this race.
What a week you have had, young man. After Teretonga, the announcement this week, and then to start off this weekend with another win. Congratulations, that was superb.
Yeah, not a bad way to finish a Friday. Obviously a little bit weird doing a race today, but no, pace was good. Knew what we had to do at the start, and obviously with the wind it picked up and it made the car completely different to what it was earlier in FP3. So no, tricky race for all, but we came out on top. That's the main thing. This championship is well and truly wide open. You've just done every bit that you could possibly do to get yourself particularly into that hunt. Is that something that is on your mind this weekend? Not at all. I just keep on trying to win as many races as possible until Sunday afternoon, and then see where we end up.
Freddie Slater was brilliant at Teretonga. He keeps the momentum going. The Frecker champion is having a strong second half of the season. Hugo, tenacious though, and it keeps him in a solid lead. Third for Louis Sharp, and fellow Kiwi Ryan Wood seals the Rookie of the Year title. A break and back with more. We're back. Time for qualifying for Grand Prix weekend. We changed things up with an F1 style knockout format here. Let's go to Richard and Andrew in commentary.
We've got 3 parts to get through. Qualifying 1 is 15 minutes. It will not only set the grid for race 1, but will then knock out the bottom 5 cars of the 19 that will now start the 70th New Zealand Grand Prix. There's a brief break, then we roll into qualifying 2. From that, the fastest 8 progress forward to qualifying 3. 12 minutes, flat out, who gets pole position for the Grand Prix itself.
Freddie Slater comes up to P1. So this is where the session is really starting to come alight. These lap times are dropping.
What a lap. Ugachukwu, 28.7 by 21 thousandths of a second goes fastest. Jin Nakamura goes quickest, 1 minute 28.70. He pulls 13 thousandths of a second over Ugachukwu. So the margins are absolutely tiny.
Oh, Ugo.
Oh, he's got damage. He's got a left front corner torn off the car, and this is enormous because it'll affect the qualifying for the New Zealand Grand Prix. If they cannot get that car repaired, he will sit out the next phase of qualifying and may well be eliminated. There's only 7 minutes. In the meantime, congratulations to Jin Nakamura, who gets his second pole of the season. So he'll start on pole for race 1. Have a look at the margins. Ugachukwu and Sharp set identical lap times to 3 decimal places. Both of them exactly 0.014 away from pole. Ugo did the lap first. And drivers knocked out of qualifying 1 for the Grand Prix. Phil McLaughlin in 15th, Cooper Shipman, Cardi Baptista, Jack Taylor and Trevor La Tourette.
There is high pressure right now in pit lane at M2 competition for Ugachukwu. It's a wishbone and a push rod that they are having to fix at the moment. He's not going to start this session. Let's see if he can get out for the end of this session. But this is a huge, huge moment in this championship.
Ryan Wood goes quickest. 28.9 for Ryan, right to the top.
Good news, team. They have got Ugachukwu fired up. Looks like it is only seconds away from leading the lane.
Slater goes quickest with a 28.4. Fastest time of the day so far. So track evolution starting to play off.
Ugachukwu's second sector was his best sector to this point. Is he going to be able to get through the outsides of the car, the damaged side? He's got to trust it. He's got to rely on it as he turns into the last corner. Is this lap going to be enough to get him into the top 8?
Yes, it is. P5, Ugachukwu. What a lap. Right at the death of quali, he squeaks his way into qualifying 3. So making it through to the final phase of qualifying, Freddie Slater, Kanato Lee, Zach Schooler, Ryan Wood, Liam Skeets and Ugachukwu, Jin Nakamura and Louis Sharp. Eliminated Rivera and Manson, James Wharton in 11th. Nolan Alla missed out. Yuanpu Tsui in 13th and Yevon David 14th. That's where they will start the New Zealand Grand Prix on Sunday afternoon. And qualifying 3 begins to set the grid for the 70th running of the Napa New Zealand Grand Prix. It'll be Nakamura who gets to the line. Is this a benchmark? It's a 28.3. You bet it's a benchmark. It's the fastest time of the day so far. Ugachukwu goes second with the purple final sector, quickest of anybody in the session. Ryan Wood about to complete his lap, goes to second, Ryan Wood. The checkered flag is flying. This is it now. The lap you are on is the lap you are on. Ugachukwu third, stays there, second row of the grid. Ryan Wood now the wild card. Oh, purple final sector, but doesn't quite get there. Across the line goes Louis Sharp, who bumps Liam Skeets to 8th position, but Jin Nakamura has dominated qualifying for the Napa New Zealand Grand Prix.
Jin, congratulations. What a session. That one must mean a lot.
Yeah, thanks so much. I got P1, so race 1, race 3. So car was on the race. So yeah, big thanks for the team and PGR.
Did you enjoy that format too, that knockout style formula? Gee, there's a lot of pressure, isn't there?
Yeah, I had so much pressure. So for all the qualifying, but yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Jin, I know there'll be lots of people watching in Japan. To them and to everyone from High Tech and to you, congratulations.
Thank you.
Time now for highlights of Saturday's race from Highlands. World Rally champion Kalle Rovanperä was ill on Friday and missed that race. He then withdrew from the rest of the weekend. We wish him a speedy recovery. To commentary with Andrew and Richard.
Jin Nakamura, he's obviously going to be in the pole position with that stellar lap earlier on today. And Ugachukwu there, he's on position number 2. Louis Sharp out of position number 3. Zach Schooler as well. He's out of position number 4.
Freddie Slater needs to pass cars. He's 18 points behind Ugachukwu going into these 3 final races. Liam Skeets back in the field, 7th. James Wharton, 2 in 8th. Rivera Alla Kanato Lee a long way back in 11th place. He's 6th in the championship and someone that's been a contender all season long. 3 races remain. Will culminate in the Napa 70th New Zealand Grand Prix. This is the curtain raiser on Saturday at Highlands. Ugachukwu on the right. Nakamura on the left. Line ball start between the two of them. Couple of Kiwis in behind. It's Ugachukwu by a nose. It's Ugachukwu by a car as he turns into the bus stop. The championship leader leads them through for the first time. Critical start. The Americans got point early on in this one. It's busy behind as they sort themselves out. Louis Sharp is third. Zach Schooler's in there, everyone away, everyone cleanly out of 2 and down into this difficult sequence of corners, but it's Ugo who leads the field.
Nakamura there looked like he just bogged down at the second part of the start there. Didn't quite get the best jump, and unfortunately for him now, he's going to have some work to do. And behind Ugo Chukwu. Ugo Chukwu has been fast all weekend long, and it's going to be very, very hard to get the move done. We know how hard passing is in this category. This has been enhanced with the push to pass that has been added to this championship this year. So whether or not that's going to make the difference for Nakamura to be able to put a move on, remember it cannot be used on the first lap of this race.
Side by side a little bit further back, Kanato Lee and Yevon David. That was for position 11 and 12, and Lee got up the inside in that silver high-tech machine. Great run, Louis Sharp over the bridge and looking to go around the outside of Nakamura for second place. He got a great run out of turn 10. Nakamura's going to have to defend down here into the right-hander that brings them back around to the start line. Zach Schooler's buying into this as well, and Freddie Slater watching on. He's up a spot. He's got by Ryan Wood on the opening lap of this race. Critical for a championship contender.
And there's Ryan Wood on the back of Freddie Slater now.
And he's got a very good run, by the way, on Freddie Slater. He's got a really good run to the point where Slater has to defend, and it's going to open the door for Woody to get good drive out of the hairpin. Not on the button, neither driver on the button at the moment. Wood gets the nose out, but surely not close enough to go up the inside. Maximum commitment here. Launching over the air. And now a send down the inside again for Ryan Wood.
Showing his nose on the way in there. We just had news from race control as well. First track limit warning for Liam Skeets down there in 9th position as well. So he's going to have to be careful of that, especially this early on in the race.
Schooler is putting the pressure on Louis Sharp for 3rd and 4th place. And this is a battle pack. Under pressure now is Liam Skeets, and he's got James Wharton going to run down the inside of him. Behind them, Ernesto Rivera. Wharton gets the position.
Wharton gets a position, but he has had his first warning for track limits as well, so needs to be careful of that. Louis Sharp also to add to that tally. He's had his first track limit warning up over the bridge.
Oh, check this battle out. Yevon David got down the inside as well as they went over the bridge and is going side by side with Ernesto Rivera for 9th and 10th place, and ultimately just slides in front out of turn 13. Nice pass. Now wide, dropping 2 wheels off the road. Was that Freddie Slater? So yeah, a little moment from Freddie Slater there. And he's got less than a second over Ryan Wood. The battle for 5th and 6th position. This is Zach Schooler having a good race. And he's got the pressure on Sharp, who in turn has the pressure on Jin Nakamura in second. And while these 3 fight, all that is doing is helping Ugo Chukwu lead the way. And his margin is growing out to 1.3 seconds now.
Car 21 has been given a 5-second penalty. That is Yevon David, so that is for track limit. So already he's had 2 warnings. As we see Schooler, he's gone off the road. Whether or not he's dropped a wheel on the outside of the, what's called the sting, the right-hander as you come out of the exit of the carousel there. Freddie Slater's done what he also did yesterday. All of a sudden, this point of the race, he has just lit the timing monitors up with the fastest lap of the race. So he's found some speed towards the end here.
Louis got to the back again of Jin Nakamura. He pulled away for a couple of laps. The young Kiwis got again to the back of car number 12. So there may still be a battle on here for the final step on the podium, and there was definitely a fire going on in the left front corner of Louis Sharp. I think it was locking the brake up to the hairpin. This one winding down. Ugo Chukwu once again absolutely faultless out in front. Won the start, won the race to turn 1.
Ugo Chukwu there, he goes and bangs out the fastest lap of the race, so he is certainly carrying a lot of pace in that car. And as there's questions over where he's going to start for the New Zealand Grand Prix with everything going on, it's certainly shaping up to be one interesting day tomorrow.
Rivera, the safety car's been called. It doesn't really matter because they're on the final lap of the race regardless.
Ugo Chukwu goes around the last corner, nice and slow, to receive the checkered flag.
Here's the race results. Freddie Slater in 4th place, cede some ground in the championship. The battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th actually is fascinating from a points point of view, and they're all in there. Nakamura, Sharp, Slater and Wood. The reverse top 8 after penalties applied. I think you'll find it's going to be Kanato Lee on pole position, with potentially Liam Skeet starting on the front row of the grid for race number 2.
Congratulations. It has been a day for you. Issues earlier this morning, some question marks still hanging over your head for what happens tomorrow, but you've been outstanding in races. You got that start, which was so critical for you. How satisfying, how relieving is this victory?
Yeah, very stressful day overall, I'd say, but I'm really happy to get the win. Yeah, try to forget about everything else and just focus on race 1 for now. And yeah, I got Mega Star, got into the lead, and that just allowed me to, control and manage the race from there.
How have you kept all the noise away from yourself, knowing that things have been evolving as the day has gone on?
Yeah, I just tried to take it session by session, race by race. Our goal was to try to win race 1 here, do as many points as we could. And yeah, that's what we did. So yeah, big thank you to the whole team. The car was really good. Pace was super strong throughout the race. So yeah, pretty positive end to the day.
Ugo adds a timely win to his already strong tally this season. Jin Nakamura determined to remind Masaya Kaji and the visiting Toyota GAZOO Racing global team of his talent. And Louis Sharp tried to cement a championship top 3. Good work. Stick around. More from the Napa New Zealand Grand Prix weekend in just a moment. All is in readiness for the second last race of the season in the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Trophy. The top 8 finishers from the most recent race are reversed to determine our grid. To call all the action, Richard Crail and Andrew Waite.
Here's the grid. Kanato Lee on pole position. Liam Skeets on the outside of the front row. James Wharton next, and then Ryan Wood, Freddie Slater and Louis Sharp. Jin Nakamura's on pole for the Grand Prix, but 7th in this one. Ugachukwu won yesterday, which means he's 8th here. Yevon David 9th and Nolan Aller. Then it's Sebastian Manson and Yuampu Tsui, who's got better pace than 12th position on the grid. Jack Taylor has a pole already this year. He's 13th today. Ricardo Baptista next. Then Phil McLaughlin and Zach Schooler, who has massive amounts of work to do in this race. The penultimate race of the season is away at Highlands. It's a very good start from the young Japanese driver who's going to lead the field to the bus stop comfortably. James Wharton battling with Liam Skeets for second and wrestles it away. Contact, Ryan Wood is off. Ryan Wood is off but gathers it up. Ugachukwu manages to take evasive action. Almost gets involved in an accident. Somehow the championship leader clings onto it and resumes in his position. Busy stuff at the bus stop, but Kanato Lee leads.
Ryan Wood completely airborne through the bus stop there, landed it on the grass again, kept the car straight, and we got drama a bit further down.
Is that Trevor Latourette like the back of the field? Wonder if we avoid a safety car. Couple of Kiwis battling it out, 3rd and 4th place. Freddie Slater's watching on just in behind. Then he's got Ryan Wood. Then he's got Ugo Ugachukwu in 7th place. And Jin Nakamura's up a spot as well to 8th.
Great start by Louis Sharp as well to get that far up already. He's pushed his way up into 4th, so good start by him. But Ugachukwu there still got a lot of work to do a bit further down as well. He's in behind Ryan Wood. But Kanato Lee, we've seen how fast he's been all season long. And to be out in front of this reverse top 8 race, he is going to be one hard man to stop.
Here's Schooler. Oh, big send. And Yevon, wow, defends.
Super defensive, but it's going to cost him on exit. Not enough. Neither of them are on the push to pass, so they've obviously used it prior to this point that they're locked out of it. And this brings Aller into the battle as well.
He's got a second warning for truck limits, we're just being told, Ugachukwu, so he's going quickly, but he doesn't want to go too much quicker and stress the friendship with race control too much. The last thing he needs is a 5-second penalty.
So next time he goes over track limits, that is a 5-second penalty, which will be detrimental to his championship as well if that happens, because that'll drop him down even further around to 10th or 11th place. So he needs to be super, super careful with that. He cannot afford another track limit warning, Ugachukwu.
Ryan Wood, aggressive racing on the back of championship contender Freddie Slater, who almost has to block and cover his line into the left-hander off the bridge. Ryan Wood has come alive in the last lap. I'm not sure if there was a mistake from Slater that's opened this attack. But Wood is there. And in the same position as Ugo, Freddie Slater needs every point he can possibly get in this race.
Poor Slater there, a little bit sideways on the exit of the last corner. He is hustling that car. And this is the area he's got no one in front of him. So he wants to get his head down, try to open that gap out just a little bit more.
It's not like the leaders are pulling away, and off the road goes Yuampu Chue, and that will definitely bring out a safety car. It's not driving out of there. This changes the complexion of the race again. The GR Supra safety car is deployed, and it just picks up Liam Skeets. He's gonna have to wave the leaders by. They scrambled it.
So
he's having a move here.
Just obviously too late on the way and lost the rear in the middle of the corner. And as he's tried straightening it up, had nowhere else to go.
Freddie Slater, pressure, championship-wise. Away we go. It's a good start, Wharton. He has got to the back of Kanato Lee. Liam Skeets even closer in the Castrol car, potentially for second and third. Louis Sharp next, then Slater, Wood, Ugachukwu, Nakamura, David and Schooler. All clean through the bus stop for the first time in the long turn two. Leaders clear. Ugachukwu still seventh. Status quo from a championship point of view. Jin Nakamura, though, right up behind car number 4. As Wood defends, opportunity presents again for Ugachukwu. Does he get a good enough run out? Ryan Wood might have to cover his line on the run down here. It's such a fast entry, though. It's such a difficult place to make a move. And once again, he holds on.
Ugachukwu there having to be super careful over the bridge again with those track limit warnings. He has 2 warnings.
Oh, and off the road. It could be the race. Safety car has been deployed, and that'll probably be about it. This is a race of firsts after a season of them in Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania. The checkered flag drops, and for the first time, Kanato Lee is a winner in the championship, and so too is High Tech Racing. Race 2 goes their way. Wharton and Skeets on the podium. Sharp, Slater and Wood were busy. Ugachukwu 7th, up 1 from where he started. Jin Nakamura points in 8th. Yevon David 9th. And he and Zach Schooler will have a little chat after that race, I would imagine. They spent a lot of it locked together. Nolan Alla was 11th. Jack Taylor, Phil McLaughlin, Cooper Shipman, Baptista at the end in the sand.
Kanato Lee, congratulations. Your first victory in this series, your first Japanese victory since 2020. So well done, outstanding out there.
Yeah, thank you very much. First off, I want to say thank you to High Tech. You know, it's been a difficult weekend and last weekend, but I'm really happy to be able to bring the win for High Tech, and I'm really grateful for this.
You had plenty of pressure on your shoulders, the start, a couple of restarts there, but you held your ground.
Yeah, James was keeping me on the edge of my seat, and I had to be focused every single lap. So it was quite difficult, not an easy win, but I managed to do it.
Congrats to Kanato, a cool result ahead of the GP. A good day out for the Antipodeans too, with Aussie James Wharton 2nd and the likeable Kiwi Liam Skeets 3rd. Can he add another GP win to his name? We will find out right after the break. The build-up to the GP had its share of drama and weekend headlines, with the series leader Ugo Ugachukwu and his team withdrawing an appeal for a penalty in qualifying. The M2 team actually did a brilliant job to try and repair his car in time during the tight gap between Q1 and Q2, but the wishbone covers weren't properly refitted in time to get him back out. He will start in 13th for this one, and Ryan Wood drops from the front row to 7th following an alleged ride height breach in quali. He was set to race under appeal. That would have meant he couldn't celebrate a podium if he finished in the top 3. That appeal's been withdrawn. It's a blow to the Kiwi, who had high hopes of winning his home race. Let's see what the GP delivers. To commentary with Richard and Andrew.
Here's how they line up, and it's Jin Nakamura on pole. He has been outstanding this weekend. Zach Schooler, Kiwi hope on the front row of the grid as he lines up for his second go at this race. Then it's Kanato Lee and Freddie Slater. He's fighting for a championship. Louis Sharp is next, and Liam Skeets is out of 6th. Ryan Wood from 7th place. Sebastian Manson starts from 8th. James Warden, podium earlier today. Hard work from 9th. Nolan Aller from 10th. Yevon David is there alongside Yuampu Tsui, the championship leader. Ugo Ugachukwu, 18 years of age, from New York in the United States of America, will start this race from 13th position. He has a job to do, but if he finishes where he starts, he can win the CTFROT title. First gear engaged. Lights are on. For the 70th time, the New Zealand Grand Prix is go. And it's a brilliant start from the outside of the front row. Schooler's got a great launch. Nakamura is going to have to fight for his pole position and his lead into turn 1. And Zach Schooler leads the Grand Prix. Zach Schooler in front on the run to turn 2. Manson on the outside, a little bit further back in the pack. But it's Schooler clear of the 2 high-tech races. Nakamura second, Kanato Lee is next.
That is a massive start for Schooler. Round the outside into the lead of the race. Nakamura there looked like he just bogged down just a little bit in the second phase of the start, and that allowed Schooler around the outside to lead the New Zealand Grand Prix.
Decent start. Louis Sharp, Liam Skeets is in there with Ryan Wood in behind. Yuampu Tsui looking up the inside. There's Nolan Aller and Ugo Ugachukwu on the outside. Needs to be so careful, the American, in these opening laps when tyre temperatures and pressures are still coming up. He cannot afford to DNF this race with Freddie Slater within shout of a podium finish. Up to the hairpin for the first time. Ugachukwu defends. They're side by side behind. Phil McLaughlin looking to go around the outside of Tsui.
To head up to the bridge for the first time. They will be airborne up over the top of the bridge as they settle in. They don't want to stress these tyres too hard in this 27-lap race.
James Warden had a little look at Ryan Wood there. Was very aggressive over the top, the shelf of the bridge, and then the landing. And there's Ryan Wood, a little bit further back than where he'd like to be. Lap 1 of 27, and it's New Zealand's Zach Schooler who leads the New Zealand Grand Prix. 6/10 of a second to Jin Nakamura. Kanato Lee in 3rd. Freddie Slater is 4th. Louis Sharp is 5th. Liam Skeets is next. Ryan Wood in 7th. Then Wharton, Manson and David rounding out the 10. Ugo Ugachukwu is 12th, the championship leader, up 1 from where he started. Ryan Wood here having a run on Liam Skeets. He's on the button, on the push to pass, gets down the inside of the hairpin, and Ryan Wood gets the position away. He's up to 6th. Aggressive stuff early.
Schooler's had pace all weekend long. He just hasn't been able to show it. He's had it when it matters on his own, but when he's been in traffic, he hasn't been able to capitalise. So he's got the pace to be running up the front like he has. Obviously qualified up right up the front there, so he's off to a fantastic start for this one. Push to pass is now also active in this race. These drivers can use it 8 times during a feature race.
They're already reeling off numbers of cars that have been flagged for the shortcut at turn 10, which is the entry to the bridge. It sounds like the lotto numbers that didn't win me anything the other night. Ugachukwu goes around the outside of Yevon David. Wow, at the bus stop, gets it done and moves himself up to 11th place.
Oh, that is a move into the bus stop. Yevon David having to yield on the way in. Ugachukwu is pushing on super hard. Is Aller.
From 10th, off the road, drops behind Yevon David.
Is up the inside, tries Ugachukwu on Manson. The side-by-side on the exit of Lakeside as they drop down the hill. On the outside is Ugachukwu. It's a long way round.
Out of reverse Indy, but is he there? No, not enough. You can see the moment he flicked the car into the chicane before the bridge, he was on it and carried so much car speed over there. He's got a really good run now. Again, and Manson's going to have to defend. Tries to go around the outside of Ugachukwu, no space. And Manson, resolute, holds on to his 9th position, fighting like it's the lead.
And just to add, race control have given Yuampu Tsui a 5-second penalty for doing 3 track limits, so only 10 laps into the race. That's a long, long time. So you does it again, another 5-second penalty. If he does it again after that, you're starting to talk drive-throughs and then stop-go penalties. So either way, very long afternoon as Manson has just let Ugochukwu through. Same team, M2 competition, so they've obviously a bit of team help. It's still early enough in the race, so to unlock Ugochukwu like that, if he's that fast, there's any chance. You know, we've seen the New Zealand Grand Prix been won from pit lane before, so if there's any opportunity that just to let Ugochukwu go.
Damage in the wall, Jack Taylor. And we will go safety car on lap 11. The GR Supra safety car will be called for the first time. He's only 18 years of age, Zach Schooler. His season last summer was the first time he'd actually raced at home. And what a time to come back for his second season and lead the New Zealand Grand Prix back to green. There will be 13 laps remaining. Are they 13 lucky laps for Zach Schooler?
Good restart by Schooler. He's got himself enough of a gap that he can just feel out what's going on with the tyres. Just this lap here, just a little bit smoother into turn 1.
Ryan Wood, I think, got Louis Sharp for 5th place.
Oh, look at Nakamura there, sideways through the loop.
Absolute maximum commitment.
There was nothing left there.
It's just gone past 5:15 here in Central Otago in New Zealand. And this is still on, and Jin Nakamura has just set the fastest first sector. He's on the push to pass and had half a thought about a send up the inside there at the hairpin. It was a long way back. It was never going to be a move, but he is looking racy.
We are now into the unknown as well. The 2 races this morning and yesterday were 18 laps, so the cars haven't gone this far in a race, so the tyres will now be feeling different. They've understood the cars to that point, up to that 18 laps. So let's see for these remaining 8 laps of the race, who's got the best tyre to be able to take the fight to the New Zealand Grand Prix win.
Side by side, Skeetsy's had a lock up this time, but still just gets out of the corner enough to rule out any attack from Wharton on the run down into that really, really fast flick into the left and then the right and then the jump.
Getting super frustrated. His hand was out the cockpit again, waving it. Liam Skeets, it's not going to deter Liam Skeets. Even if he sees the hand out the cockpit, it's not going to change anything for Liam. This is just over 2 laps remaining in this race. Schooler makes his way into turn 2. Just that car is looking so good underneath him.
Championship has not changed. Ugochukwu runs in 9th place. A quiet run, doing everything he needs to do at this stage to ensure that he wins the trophy. He'll get the super license points out of this. And the pathway to Formula 1 becomes just slightly clearer. Cooper Shipman is off the road. It could be it, Andrew.
So just looking out from our commentary position, he's actually in behind a wall where Shipman's ended up. So he's okay. He's in a safe enough spot that will allow them to continue racing. So this will not affect anything at this point.
He's like, oh no, in the wall. Trevor Latourette, that will bring out a safety car. That will end it. The young Americans had quite a big crash. And that's going to end the race with a lap and a half to go. Surely. Zach Schooler up to the bridge, jumps and turns the car in. He's got a second over Jin Nakamura.
Safety car lights have been displayed. Just saw them in the corner of that screen.
Safety car is called with 1 lap to go in the Napa New Zealand Grand Prix. And now he just has to cruise around a little more than 4 kilometres. And Zach Schooler is going to win this thing. What a story.
He will pick up the Toyota Supra GR safety car and will go around slowly for 1 more lap to soak it up as the final lap board has been displayed for Zach Schooler. All he needs to do now is sit in behind the Toyota Supra safety car. Is Latourette there, buried in the wall.
I'm just down with Bruin Beasley while this final
lap happens here, you're congratulating the team. We need to be reminded this is very much a team game here, mate, isn't it? Well done.
Yeah, it's a bit emotional.
Tell me what this means.
It's 10 years worth of work. We've been on the front row for the last 3 years in a row, pole last year, a couple of seconds, and now we've done it. So the last few days have been pretty tough, but we've always had a car up there, and now we've got the big trophy.
Congratulations. We'll let you get to the podium and soak that up.
Thanks, mate.
And the other story, of course, is that Ugo Chukwu is going to win the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Trophy. He will be champion after a remarkable season of relentless pace and consistency and winning over the last 4 weeks. And the checkered flag will fly. The 70th Napa New Zealand Grand Prix. It's staying in New Zealand. Zach Schooler wins the New Zealand Grand Prix. And Ugo Chukwu, the 18-year-old from New York, with a remarkable story to tell, wins the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Trophy. Over 4 incredible weeks and 15 races, he is the champion. But Zach Schooler has won the New Zealand Grand Prix at Highlands. Jin Nakamura and Kanato Lee, 2nd and 3rd for High Tech. M-Tech the champions. Freddie Slater next. Ryan Wood, Louis Sharp, Skeets, Wharton and Ugo Chukwu for M2 competition, their 8th consecutive title in this series, dating back to the Toyota Racing Series days. Sebastian Manson rounds out the top 10 in the Grand Prix with Phil McLaughlin next. Carney Baptista 12th, Yevon David 13th, and then some walking wounded behind that.
Zach Schooler, you are the winner. Congratulations.
Oh, I can't believe it. Oh my days. You know, we've had such a tough year. The pace you've shown all year was really good. Just so many unlucky moments, but to top it off like that, you know, probably the last race I have in single seaters for, you know, the time for the future. But yeah, I can't thank the team at M-Tech enough, my family, everyone else involved. It means so much.
Your family have been on this ride every single race. Your mum, Deborah, your dad, your whole entire family, they have been here. They've ridden this wave with you. Tell me what it means to you personally and to them.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it without them, you know. It's not easy being a racing driver, especially financially, but, you know, we do a lot to try and get going, and, you know, to be able to pay them back with this win means so much.
Tony Quinn standing here in victory lane as well to greet you. I know that man means so much to you.
Yeah, no, it does. You know, obviously, end of 2024, I think it was, winning the TQF shootout meant a lot. And, you know, to be able to still carry the Tony Quinn Foundation on my race suit means so much.
Unfortunately, we finished that one under safety car, but just talk us through the thoughts that were going through your mind behind the wheel as you realised that you were going to be a Grand Prix winner.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much words, you know. Towards the end of the race, we started putting up a bit of a gap. You know, I started getting my head down a bit after managing the tyre. And, but then as soon as I saw that safety car, I saw it in you. And I was like, we just have to get around for one more lap. And then there it was.
Zach Schooler does it, a result that holds a special place in his career timeline, and it's good tonic for the Kiwi too. An emotional Jin Nakamura second with countryman Kanato Lee third. The title going to former Macau GP winner Ugo Chukwu, who kind of has the box set in that regard, and it completes a perfect build-up to his F3 season. What a summer it's been. Our thanks to all of the CTFROT team, the Next Gen crew, and everybody on our broadcast. We already can't wait to do it all again. Bye for now.